upstairs or whatever it's going to be.
All right, Facebook is on.
All right, I'll talk to you. All right, folks. All right, so we're going to take a tour of this facility here, and with Derek Johnson, also Frank Finnegan. He's going to be our tour guide as well. Plus, we'll you may check out the office of Medgar. All right, gents. All right, Frank.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
All right.
All right, folks
sir.
are watching our live stream. So, where you taking us?
All right. We're going to look at the Masonic Temple, perhaps the most historically significant building in the state of Mississippi, maybe even the South. This was, since 1955,
You walking that way?
the home,
Okay.
the home of the Mississippi State Conference, NAACP.
So, Anthony, swing around this way. We'll just walk that way. Just get in front of us. Come on. All right, Frank, keep going.
So the Mississippi State Conference of NAACP since 1955 has had office space in this building because of the benevolence and kind-heartedness of the Prince Hall affiliate Masons of the state of Mississippi. But before that, in the early 1900s, at the founding of the NAACP, Miss Ida B. Wells, who left Mississippi to go to Niagara to a meeting that was concerning the lynching of people of African descent in this country, was supported by the Prince Hall affiliate Masons of the state of Mississippi and their male and female counterparts. So the relationship is like it's jointed, like they joined together from the inception.
All right, let's go upstairs, y'all. All right, so let's go. Now, obviously, when I came up here, Frank, I saw this here, and so for the folks who don't know, I know, and Derek, you can explain to folks what the Sovereignty Commission is.
The Mississippi State Sovereignty Commission was a taxpayer-funded organization that spied on people and whose purpose it was to prevent the opening up of Mississippi to the disenfranchised citizens. They did anything, any means necessary.
And this was funded by the state.
Yes.
So black people were paying for a commission to spy on them.
Yes.
It was 1954 after the Supreme Court decision came out. The state of Mississippi was seeking ways to prevent the integration of public education and to thwart any effort of African Americans from voting. The Sovereignty Commission was created for that effort. The spy agency was so egregious, it provided the Klan the information needed, which led to the assassination of Michael Cheney, Andrew Goodman, and Mickey Schwerner. Hundreds of people were assassinated as a result of the Mississippi Sovereignty Commission. The files were finally opened in 1992 and in 1993 when people really realized how egregious the activities of this spy agency was. We believe there are other spy agencies that were created across the South. The Mississippi Sovereignty Commission was the one that we were able to uncover as a result of one of the first black state senators, Henry Kirksey, stumbling across the files and making enough noise over time, which forced the state to open the records.
All right, then. Now, also, so Allison, slide this way. So Frank, this photo here, obviously, when it came in, you see, obviously, Dr. King here, but explain Roy Wilkins. Explain this photo.
This photograph is a picture that was taken after the funeral of assassinated Medgar Evers, who at one time served as the field secretary of the Mississippi State Conference.
And that funeral was here.
And that funeral was here in this building. And there was an overflow crowd of over 3,000 people in attendance. And that is a part of that crowd. They were leaving this building and marching downtown. It was an impromptu march, and they were going
So that wasn't planned?
It wasn't planned before the funeral. But because of the nature and the horribleness of this murder, people were just overcome, and they wanted to do something, and they marched from this building to downtown. But they were met.
Yeah, but the significance of Roy Wilkins and King being together in this photo, SCLC only came into existence as a result of NAACP being banned from Alabama.
Right.
And E.D. Nixon was the creator of the concept of the Montgomery bus boycott. And it was through E.D. Nixon and Rosa Parks, prior to King coming on the scene, they had organized that community. When NAACP was banned from Alabama, they organized the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Medgar Evers drove over. He was the original secretary of SCLC. So SCLC is NAACP only because they were banned from Alabama, but it grew out to be something different as well.
All right then. All right, so now we're going in here, and so this is this is the office.
Yes, now, if in 1955, 56, 57, 58, all the way through 63, you wrote to Medgar Evers, the field secretary, you would write Medgar Evers, Mississippi State Conference field secretary, 1072 John R. Lynch Street, Suite 7, Jackson, Mississippi. But Medgar Evers' real office was in Suite 10. Suite 7 is a room on the front of the building with a lot of natural light and glass. But because of the strategic nature of the work that Medgar Evers did, making two Mississippis one Mississippi, you had to be careful.
Yeah, because you still got the bullet holes, right?
Yes, so his office was in the corner in the back in Suite 10.
All right.
It is recognized the strategic nature of Medgar Evers and his counterparts. They were World War II veterans. Our whole infrastructure was built off a set of individuals who came back from World War II, decided not to leave, and Medgar Evers was the person who took on the job, but you had Steptoe, you had C.C. Bryant, Aaron Henry, Amzie Moore. They were across the state of Mississippi, and they all carried guns because they were World War II veterans.
That was important.
It was very important.
All right then. How y'all doing?
We're great. How are you?
Good.
So this was the office of Medgar Evers. It is important to say that this also was the immediate past Mississippi State Conference president's office, who was recently promoted to the national conference of NAACP's president, Mr.
Gotcha.
Derek Johnson.
Okay, what's this little cap thing up there? What's this?
Well, you know, that fella there, he's the executive director.
I was about to say, when I came in here, I said, what's the little cap?
It's not a little Kappa thing, it's the big Kappa thing.
That's little.
And so Dr. Corey Wiggins is now the executive director for NAACP, PhD in, what is it, Corey? Health something. That's
Health behavior.
Health behavior. But he's been leading a lot of the effort in terms of get out the vote information. You want to share some of your metrics from?
Well, I'll ask you, how does it mean for both of you? How does it feel to literally work in hologram?
It can be a lot sometimes, but I think we're up for the challenge. I mean, I'm fortunate to have Derek, who was doing this work before me and able to build up on the foundation that he set in his work. Even with this election, this historic opportunity that we have to turn people out to vote. I mean, that's why so many of the folks who gave their lives, like Medgar Evers, did this work. And I think that is our job and our duty today is to stand on their shoulders, those giants, and both named and unnamed, to continue this work forward here.
And obviously, this was the book cover, Merle Evers Williams and Manny Marable on Medgar Evers. And I said y'all haven't taken these down. Y'all, they probably been here from the beginning too, to keep all the crazies out.
Hey, look, this building is historic, and again, even when we talk about the work and the work today, we've had members, NAACP members, for the past 3 or 4 weeks hitting doors, knocking on doors to get people out to vote. Just in the past 3 weeks, we hit over 94,000 doors, talking to people about getting out to vote, why they should vote, and exercising their right, and continuing their work leading up to this runoff we got next Tuesday.
All right then. What you gonna show us now?
So, in addition to that, just to point up the danger of the work that the NAACP was involved in. Lynch Street at that time didn't look like it was now, like it does now. It was open thoroughfare, and people traveled from Highway 80 as a shortcut to downtown, down Lynch Street. So it was open to drive-by shootings, and these bullet holes in the windows indicate how people would drive by shooting up in this building.
And y'all purposely have replaced the windows.
Not replace the window. That's a reminder of what was.
And about the assassin, a military-trained sharpshooter. They call it something else now. But military-trained assassin came up here posing as a newspaper journalist twice, we know of. So he actually stalked Medgar Evers.
Me yellow backwards.
Uh-huh.
Got it. Okay. All right. That's it?
It's a whole lot more. This is a 2-hour thing. And I kind of do need to say that not only was this the home of the Mississippi State Conference NAACP and the home of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, as Mr. Johnson has said, it also was the home at one time of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee and the Congress of Racial Equality. Those organizations and the 70-plus local indigenous organizations formed an umbrella organization called the Council of Federated Organizations here in Mississippi in this building. And then because of space, they moved down the street to their own facility under the banner of COFO.
Well, folks, I wanted to give you, you back it up. It ain't that close. I just want to give you guys a perspective of this. You likely haven't seen before. And also, of course, while we're standing here, you see this poster here. The NAACP urges you to vote 1964, 1999. First of all, very, very a powerful photo there as well. And so, again, we're here, of course, focusing on the runoff election on November 27th, urging folks to vote, and also being able to tell you these stories. And so we certainly hope you appreciate this. Gentlemen, thank you so very much for hosting us. And, again, we'll be doing the show, Roland Martin Unfiltered, at 6 p.m. Eastern. And also want to thank all the folks at Be Woke Vote for making it possible for us to be here as well. So thanks a bunch. And I'll be seeing y'all just a little bit later. Take care.
Did you get the now state conference president?
Yeah, he was down. No, he didn't get him, but he disappeared on us.
Where is the president?
All right. Cool.